Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 18th June 2026, Aries. Your calm will put you at rest today. Try not to fall asleep in this trap. You should try to show people that you're a thoughtful person and your past experiences have given you wisdom. You don't necessarily have to respond to aggression. However, you shouldn't forget that your own point of view matters. So try to assert yourself calmly and steadily. Taurus, you tend to think that you're the only person on this planet born under a tricky star. Try to trust the ones you love because they might not appreciate having to deal with your anxiety. Don't forget that they also know how to fend for themselves. They too have had to adopt to live in this world and they can stand up for themselves. Gemini, you're an eccentric person. You tend to feel the need to be loved and feel the approval of those around you. It isn't always easy to think differently from other people or to feel completely different. In order to be accepted, you must help them understand you. Try to express your ideas and opinions in a more realistic way, and you can't live out of sync all the time. Cancer, your altruism and ability to listen to others will greatly influence the day. Someone close to you is having difficulties and doesn't know how to explain the problem. This person needs you and knows that you're the only one who could help find a way out. Make time to listen patiently, and you'll find a remedy for sure. Leo, the day belongs to you. The celestial movements encourage you to think about your future. Don't be afraid. With your usual self-confidence and the dynamism, you're in the best position to have a head start. Your nature will be in control of your actions, and you can rest assured that this period of time will be favorable for you. What more could you ask for? Virgo, there's a radical change taking place in the zodiac. The changes in the economy and the society seem to suggest that now is the time to think about how your actions impact the lives of others, those in the community, society, and your loved ones. What steps could you take to help make this world a better place? Thinking about these issues prepares you to shape yourself for the future at hand. Libra, the atmosphere of the day gives you the impression that there could be a lot of changes waiting to unfold in your personal life. Most of them will concern your relationships. Today you could feel as if you've just changed your star sign. Take the time to open up and listen to what the star might reveal about you. This will be time well spent. Scorpio, you're the type of person who loves knowing a lot of different people. You feel that you must help your friends communicate so that they have a better forum in which to express themselves. You're good at bringing out the best in others and helping them find a solid footing in the present. Despite your love of the past, please go with the flow. Sagittarius, you should make more of your own decisions. Don't let others have so much control over your life. When in a relationship, for example, you tend to let your partner dominate. You seem to no longer want to be in charge of any initiatives with regard to your joint life. Try to free yourself from this situation and take charge. You'll be a better and more valuable partner. Capricorn, you are very interested in technological breakthroughs and innovation, especially if there is some benefit for the individuals. Since you always concern yourself with social issues and subjects like psychology and spiritual therapies, you realize the importance of progress in these areas for the future. You also wonder where you fit in, but surely you will be a golden chess piece. Aquarius, you're a reasonable, generous person. Your altruism plays a big part in your life. This is why your friends will be amazed to see you express a lot of personal desires now. When you think about it, everything is getting clearer. You might even want to change a lot of things in your life, and letting your feelings guide you doesn't have to mean that you won't think about your friends. Pisces, today you'll need to come up with the answer to an important question. What do you really want? Events might compel you to choose between your current way of living and a more stable life, but you could be worried about the unknown. It's ironic, but you will need to change your habits if you want more stability. So please give it thought. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 18th June 2026. Do have yourself a wonderful day.
Good morning, guys. It's Thursday. Oh my. Yeah, boy, we're wrapping up. We call it the eve of the weekend. Well, yeah, I like to call it that, but it means tomorrow's going to be Friday, so I'm excited today. Right? Welcome to our morning show. This is Maureen, and this is DBS Morning Show. Let's see what our news department has gathered for us.
Good morning. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Paulion. Police say they have recorded some success in their investigations into a major robbery and physical assault of 3 female Canadian nationals in the Bonte area. A vehicle linked to the June 6, 2026 incident, according to law enforcement personnel, has been impounded. It was found at Mondor in Castries. Officials from the Rauzduel Police Divisional Headquarters have sent a stern warning to the perpetrators of the crime.
Having received the information, we continued investigations into the matter. We received information which led us to Castries, where we impounded a vehicle which is presently in our custody, and investigation continues in this matter.
In other news, government officials, family members and members of the public gathered at the House of Parliament on Wednesday to pay their final respects to former Governor General Sir Emmanuel Neville Snack as he lay in state.
We're very happy with the response that we've received. The Governor General attended, as well as the Honourable Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. Many other officials attended this morning, and we saw many family and friends and other members of the public. And so we're very happy and pleased with the turnout today in remembrance of our dad.
The St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association highlights the critical link between utilities and the success of the tourism sector at its annual general meeting. While industry leaders and government officials acknowledge the massive strain that recent hotel expansions and climate change place on public systems, they emphasize that building long-term utility resilience remains a top priority.
Over the past year, water security became one of the clearest examples of why collaboration is no longer optional. As dry conditions intensified and pressure on the national water supply increased, the SLHDA did not simply raise concerns. We engaged. We worked alongside the government of St. Lucia, WASCO, relevant ministries, private sector partners, and our members to help move the conversation from immediate crisis response to long-term resilience.
That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Don't forget to join us this afternoon at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polio. Good morning.
Right. Thank you, guys. We need to take a short break, but we will be back. Stay with us. Looking for innovative ways in which you can help you to get through whatever it is, the time, move with the times, understand? But I have a patch on my hand, all you see it, right? Okay, well, let me tell you a little bit more about that patch. And to do that, we linked up with Daria Robinson Ernest. She's a NeuroMovement specialist. So, yeah, she's going to explain all of that and demonstrate to her. I couldn't believe this myself, but I could wait for 24 hours, so I'm keeping it on. Here's Daria. What she does intrigue me. I have not figured it out fully yet, but I'm getting there because every time I think I grasp something, she comes with something else, and I'm saying, boy, there's a lot happening there. There's a lot happening there. Yes. And you probably, if you don't specifically go into the field of understanding it, yes, you're probably going to take a long time, because that's why you have people like Daria right here. So Daria, I am excited to see you again because we've got some new things we're going to be exploring this morning. Yes. Guys, I'm going to be on Showcase and I'm enjoying this. Yes. The patch, what is this about?
Okay, so the patch is pretty much our wellness product, and what it does, it acts as a bridge between the brain and the body. So think about Braille. The patch is really Braille for the brain. So this is how it communicates. Each patch has its own unique pattern. When applied to the skin, will connect with your the skin receptors and send the information back to the brain.
Ooh.
Very intriguing.
This is intriguing stuff.
Very intriguing.
Should I be scared, Daria?
You should be feeling, honestly, what is this? Because pretty much that's what persons are asking. What is this?
Oh my God.
So it uses vibrotactile technology. So that is the technology. That's the term that it uses. So that is what it was formed from.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that similar to when they're doing your picking you up to the hospital and they put in the little patch thing on you? It's kind of no,
Not
because
no.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yes. First and foremost, what persons need to know is that the patch is chemical free, drug free. So
Okay.
there's nothing gets into the bloodstream.
Right.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
So if you're already taking any medication, you can use the patch. It will not
Okay.
contraindicate anything that you're currently using.
Wow.
So the patch simply enhances your well-being.
Okay. Now I want to try the patch.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I want to try the patch. Like,
Absolutely.
I got to try this thing now, innit? Right. So, but it's available. How often do you need to use it? Why should I use the patch? And we're going to go into the demonstration in a minute, but who should use it? Why should they use it? How often can you use it? Period of time. Is there a time frame in which you should use and cut off, or what's going on?
Yes, so basically the patch is a 24-hour use. So persons are advised to use the patch for 24 hours. So depending on what you're going through, you replace the patch every 24 hours.
Okay.
Basically, there's a patch which helps enhance mobility, stability and mobility, which is what Maureen will be doing the test on.
Okay.
There's a patch for defense, which is for the immune system. So my mom actually uses the defend patch, and that has been pretty much a game changer for her in supporting her immune system.
Wow. Where are these available then?
So right now, these are available directly through me. What I usually do is speak with persons to understand what they're going through.
Right.
The patch, we deal with symptoms. So we're not curing any condition or any disease, but I need to know what the symptoms are, and I could offer you a patch that can assist your well-being.
Oh my God. Oh, now I'm excited now. Okay, and you wouldn't advise people to just go out and decide to buy patch. They must first speak to a personnel.
I think it's best. Well, pretty much I send out information. So there's information on the patches. So once you contact me, I send that out to you, and then we take it from there.
You decide.
Yeah.
All right, time for demonstration. I'm excited now. I want to make sure that this thing works. I'm coming. Stay with us.
So Maureen gets a feel of the patch.
Okay.
The patch has a tactile
It has a
surface.
thing. It feels... Okay.
So again, braille for the brain. So the pattern, we'll apply the patch. Actually, we're going to do the test first without the patch.
Okay, yes. So the pattern on this it correlates directly to what the patch attacks, or
basically yes, it will correlate to your part of the brain.
Which one you want.
So
right.
that in particular for balance and stability.
Okay, great.
So now stand firmly to the ground. Brace yourself. You're gonna resist me putting force pressure onto you as much as you can. So make sure you're ready to resist me.
I go into the gym. I have that.
You have that. You're locked. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and that's very little pressure. I tell you. So turn, face the camera. Again, I'm going to apply force to tip you to the other side. 3, 2, 1. You're gone already. So
balance yourself. They had to tell me that it looked like. Okay, let me see if this works for you. I don't know now. I'm skeptical still, but let's see. Yes. I trust you and your expertise.
So you have this patch for 24 hours. All right. So now turn to face me again. Go ahead. You're gonna make a fist. You're gonna ground yourself, and I'm going to apply pressure, apply force. 3, 2, 1.
What are you saying? You serious?
Are you serious?
Hour. Do it again.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What?
Turn to face the camera.
Wait. I don't believe you, but hold on.
3, 2, 1.
But... And I had to zoom and link up because, of course, it's no secret, sometimes we got to integrate a lot more within the region, especially because there's a lot of things that affect us in our little neck of the woods that probably if we just look to the other side, our neighbors are dealing with the same thing. And maybe if we take a holistic approach to it, we can help to manage it better. One such approach has been taken on the matter of Sargassum, and we had a Zoom related to that. I'm joined by Loiza. Loiza, I got the name right, didn't I? Loiza,
Yes,
you are
you did,
from
you did.
Martinique, are you? Martinique?
I'm actually from Guadeloupe, but I do reside in Martinique, yeah.
Right. And you're with the Sargassum Regional Strategies for Ecosystem-Based Action. That's
Yes.
an organization, formulated when? How long ago? What's the mission? How long have you been around, and what is the aim?
Okay, so the SARSI is actually a project. It's a project that is being funded by the French Agency for Development, the AFD.
Right.
And it's a regional project which is being implemented by Expertise France, a technical agency, part of the AFD group. And Expertise France is implementing the SARSI project from 2025 to 2028. And like I said, it's a regional project, and the main goal of this project is to limit the negative impacts of Sargassum strandings, which have been, as we all know, massive. Working specifically with the 4 of the OECS member countries, namely St. Lucia, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So just to give you a bit of context, so last week in the Commonwealth of Dominica, the OECS Commission held the 13th meetings of the Environmental Sustainability Minister, the Council of Ministers, COMS 13. And on the margin of this, because a lot of stakeholders were present, obviously, we thought it would be a good idea to have one of our regional workshop activities in Dominica, so prior to the COMS. And it was actually a meeting which was designed to kind of help in the development of national Sargassum strategy plans. And this is the reason why we had, as you mentioned, 9 countries and territories of the Caribbean region represented. Among them, obviously, a few of our OECS member states, but also Belize. We had also one representative from Mexico, and of course, Guadeloupe and Martinique were present as well. And the idea was really to try and assess what is really needed in terms of countries being able to strategically manage Sargassum. Obviously, when it happens, when the strandings are coming on the coastlines, but also before. And we realized, of course, that a number of various stakeholders have to be present around the table. So that's the reason why we thought it would be good to have everybody, well, as much people as possible present to discuss in plenary sessions, but also doing group work to kind of discuss, what is needed, what do we need, how do we respond, financial resources needed as well in terms of managing this issue. So all of this was conducted last week in Dominica at the regional workshop that we had.
Are you able for these different things that happen? Because again, we are talking about a unified approach. So are you able now, even though it's a different project, are these project liaising? Are we seeing that this project are able to liaise and share the information so that we don't have one pocket operating here by itself, another one operating, because we see a lot of that. So are we seeing a cohesive response in terms of collective?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say this is one of our main, well, not one of our, but it's really something that we're trying to avoid the overlapping of efforts, and we're really trying to create synergies. So just to mention that as part of the SARSI project, we have set up a coordinating mechanism with donors, technical agencies, organizations, and various projects and initiatives who are all working towards better management of the Sargassum issue, in the wider Caribbean. And we all know that valorization is a key issue when it comes to Sargassum. The problem is that, of course, there have been a number of initiatives and projects, being developed. But the thing is now we have to try and find what is being, what can be done in a proper way so that it's environmentally sustainable and everything is done, by all the standards that are required. Obviously, we're talking about Sargassum, we're talking about environmental and social risks. So these have to be taken into account. So in terms of the SARSI project, we launched a call for projects, a call for proposals, geared towards valorization initiatives, but also research project. The deadline for submitting proposal is a few weeks well, it was a few weeks ago, towards the end of May. And because we've been busy, we haven't really started to look at what was proposed. We're going to have these proposals evaluated and assessed, by people who are experts. We've been working on the issue, we've been doing research on the issue, and we're really hoping that, with this, a couple of pilot projects are going to be able to, be implemented. Initiatives that were in pilot stage before can probably be further developed and so on. So yes, we have a couple of promising initiatives and ideas, but obviously we need to take all the precautions necessary to make sure that this is, everything is being done the right way.
And it's like in just a couple of days, well, it's going to be Sneaker Day again. 10 years. Can you believe they're marking 10 years this year? And of course, they're bringing back the fair as part of this year's observance as well. So we're on board for that. Here's MacNaughton with all of the information we will need. MacNaughton is now aligned with the NIC, specifically charged with NCD's mitigation and general wellness. So certainly, this is a man here that's been seeing the documentation coming in, sick leave every two days, this, that, the volume starts rising, NCD is on the rise. Right. What are we going to do about it? And, they went beyond just the lip service, and 10 years.
10 years.
10 years. We've been, Sneaker Day has been a thing. 10 years. And 10 years later, we have seen the involvement. We have seen how effective the initiative has been. Lots of persons get involved, and that awareness is created. Last year, you added a new component, and we were happy to be there as well. Yeah. So there's definitely improvement, and you're finding ways to what you probably started as just a little thing to raise awareness in the workspaces has now evolved into something really, really more remarkable.
Absolutely.
It's a lot more workload for you, but I'm thinking it's happening. So you got to roll with the punches. You got to go there.
Absolutely. I mean, and the key thing is to create that awareness, which we've done, but also to provide avenues and pathways so people can increase or improve their health.
Absolutely.
And to make the right decisions. And you make right decisions if you have the information.
That's right.
And people perhaps are not really aware of the dangers of what we put in our bodies.
True.
And like I was saying earlier, it's convenience. We have things that all around you, but are they the best for your body?
Right.
And is it what is causing us to be sick in the end? Mm-hmm. And sometimes when you're young, you live a certain lifestyle that you pay for at the end. And when I mean pay for, you pay for it both in terms of mental, physical anguish,
and financial.
Pain and financial.
Exactly.
So it hits you in every corner and impacts your family as well. So the NIC has naturally, as an organization which looks after the social and economic well-being of all of St. Lucia, we decided that we had to do something. Mm-hmm. We cannot depend solely on the government, that we have to, it requires an all-of-society approach for us to reduce the numbers. And so Sneaker Day was born as the awareness campaign as the first phase. We're also doing a number of other things. So the food fair marries movement and nutrition. So inactivity and diet, one of the major causes for NCD. And the other elements, of course, too much consumption of alcohol and smoking. You know, Dr. David Katz, who's one of the leading practitioners in preventative medicine, he says something about practicing the 4 Fs. You know, fingers, forks, 3 Fs, fingers, forks, and feet. So use your forks, fingers, and feet. Use your forks to eat healthy. Use your feet to walk some more. And then don't use your fingers to put tobacco
in your mouth.
So that's his
correlation to the whole thing.
So that's where we're trying to encourage people to do the right thing. So we're starting with this nutrition, the movement, so you be more active, people are aware. Even now, people decide that I'll walk a little more. You see it more, you know, you see it happening.
What
So,
about the numbers? Have you been seeing in terms of, well, the stats were always coming to you?
We
Have you been
actually
seeing?
had a decrease in the numbers over last year.
There you go.
And then we'll be releasing the reports on that. But
Awesome.
actually, I was looking at the numbers maybe 3 weeks ago, and we do have a reduction.
A reduction.
Yes.
That is great.
Yes.
We're doing well. Right. So let's do it again this Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Wednesday,
and
next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is the food fair. The National Culinary Team will be on hand. They're creating nutritious, delicious meals from everyday produce that perhaps we don't bother with. You know, and they're showing you how you can prepare it in a quickly, and that it's good, it's tasty, it's good for your entire family.
Absolutely.
We have screenings, so you can come and know your numbers. Because if you don't know your numbers, you don't know. So if you know early and there are little things that you spot from early, you can treat it and take care of it.
Absolutely.
So know your numbers. We do the screening. There will be a number of interactive stations, a gut health bar talking about gut health, the microbiomes and these things. Then you have a hydration station, fruit infusion with the water.
Oh,
so
lovely.
you have, you can just go and have some. So maybe I can just add some fruit to my water and take it to work. You have your little bottle the same way you take it to work. So I can drink more water.
Absolutely.
Little things like that. There'll be a talk on nutrition. Fueling the desk is the key theme.
Beautiful.
Talking about what we can do to stay healthy, to stay active.
Whilst we're at the office,
absolutely. So these are the things that we.
So we're running from what time to what time on Wednesday?
Well, sneaker day is the
entire day. Of course, you come out with your sneakers.
And then at 11, between lunchtime, because some people do leave early, we recognize that. Between 11 and 2:30 is the fair.
And that's how we wrap up our Thursday, guys. Go out and be good today, all right? Enjoy the day. Pour into yourself today, whatever that means to you. Your body speaks to you, your mind, your mental. Once you're in alignment, it speaks to you. Tell you what you need. You might need some mental refreshing today, then you honor that. You might need some nutrition today, food-wise, you honor that. You might just need some outdoor time today, some sunshine or some water in a little river. Just listen, whatever it is your body tells you need, listen to it and honor it, because your body is the only one you'll have. Well, they're selling parts and things, but the reality is you only have one body, and when that body, if you don't treat that body right to be able to pour back into you, then what are you doing with yourself? Enjoy your Thursday, and we'll be back again tomorrow for another DBS This Morning.